What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Milky Dud checking back in, aka Courtney. You dig? Anyway, here to follow up on some of my last videos. The other day I was doing some research on Islam because as Islam states or believes that there were thousands of prophets that came to this earth and spoke to every nation. You know, every nation has their own prophet, and it just so happens to be that the last nation to receive a prophet was Saudi Arabia or Mecca, and that was or at least they received the very last prophet. And it just so happens to be that according to the Islamic text, the main prophets mentioned are from the Abrahamic belief, which means, okay, the prophets mentioned in the Quran are believed to have their original origin in the Bible, because the Bible was the first book that made these names, or the Jewish text. The Jewish texts were the first texts to actually make these names extremely pronounced throughout the nations. Now, the prophets, yes. I was trying to figure out who were some of these thousands of unknown prophets that are not mentioned in the Quran, or who are some of these prophets that are mentioned in the Quran but do not have any direct stories linked to them. I found one prophet in particular that really caught my eye. His name, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong, I'm very sorry, but I believe his name was D Kafi, or D Kafi. The name in Arabic basically means, at least according to my understanding and my research, means ruler of a land Kafi. And the land Kafi in that general area of the Middle East is often, or at least was often, related to a land around another extremely famous believed prophet of another culture and another religion. This prophet that I speak of is Buddha. Dhul Khafijas might possibly be Buddha, and it actually is a split decision amongst the Muslim scholars of who Dhul Khafi is. Some Muslim scholars say that it was Ezekiel, some say that it was Buddha. I believe, personally, at least according to the overwhelming amount of research, I've done about 3 weeks worth of research. I have gone to both Islamic websites, Muslim websites, Christian websites, Christian answer style websites, Muslim answers style websites. I've caught up many numbers. I've caught up the Islamic information line. They haven't necessarily given me a clear-cut answer. So I'm going to ask you all, my Muslim friends, was Buddha a prophet in Islam? Is Buddha mentioned in the Quran as Dhul Khafi? And if not, who is Dhul Khafi? I will post the surahs and whatnot underneath the video for further reference of the actual surahs. I cannot remember them, but I do know the name Dhul Khafi is mentioned twice in the Quran. First time it mentioned how sound of mind or whatever he was, and they were some of the best, and it listed a couple of the believed prophets in Islam. It listed a couple of the prophets, and then the last name was Dhul Khafi. Anyway, please, I would love to hear your response. And also, I would like to say to the guy who made me post this video, who never responded to any of my things except until just recently, but he had a question: which was the truth, Buddhism, Christianity, or Islam? Which of their main figures are the correct ones? He asked a couple questions, and I'm assisting him this way by making this video of some of the information which I know of Buddha in Islam, because I know Buddha possibly is mentioned, at least according to some of the Muslim scholars, in the Quran. Yes, he is possibly mentioned, and I really hope that you figure this out, and I hope you make your own decision. But we do need to continue to talk. We can talk on YouTube, Skype. I'm going to give you my number. Leave a comment when you see this video, man. I greatly appreciate it. But we're going to keep in contact, and I'll give you some information on Christianity, a little bit on Islam. I don't know much about Buddhism, but I can tell you some. Alright, Thank you very much, everybody at YouTube. Y'all have a blessed day.